Ethan Hayes looked out of the viewport at the crowded docking bay of the old space station. The station was far from the center of the galaxy, a place most travelers had long forgotten. Its metal walls were scratched and worn, the lights flickering sometimes as if the whole structure could collapse at any moment. Ships of all shapes and sizes floated in and out, docking with loud clangs and hissing airlocks. Traders from many alien races moved quickly along the corridors, shouting in languages Ethan did not understand. He adjusted his worn jacket and glanced at his small crew. Lily Harper, a sharp-eyed pilot with short brown hair, stood near the hatch, checking a datapad. Her expression was tense, and Ethan could tell she was nervous about this place. Behind them, Daniel Price, a heavy-set mechanic, fidgeted with his tools, muttering to himself. "I don't like this place," Daniel said. "Everything smells old, and the aliens, I don't trust them." Ethan smiled slightly. "It's exactly why we're here," he said. "The old ships, the ones no one wants, that's where we find the real treasure." Lily shook her head. "Or trouble, big trouble. I've heard stories, Ethan. Ships disappearing, crews never heard from again." Ethan nodded, but he was already walking toward the auction hall. The hall was a massive dome inside the station. Lights hung from the ceiling, casting a yellow glow over the ships below. Rows of vessels were lined up on the platforms. Some were sleek and shiny, clearly well-maintained, while others were battered and broken with pieces missing or panels hanging loose. The auction was about to start. A loud bell echoed through the hall. Alien voices called out bids, strange numbers and symbols filling the air. Ethan's eyes scanned the crowd. Most bidders were aliens, tall, multi-limbed creatures with hard eyes and sharp teeth. Humans were rare in this sector, and Ethan knew they were seen as small and weak. He focused on the ships. One ship in particular caught his attention. It sat at the far end of the hall, untouched. It was enormous, a galactic cruiser with a dark, scratched hull and panels that seemed to sag from years of neglect. Its engines were silent, and its paint was chipped and faded. Even in the dim light, Ethan could see the scars along its sides. "Look at that one," Lily said softly. She had noticed it too. "Why is no one bidding? It's huge. It should be worth a fortune." Ethan stepped closer, feeling a strange pull toward the ship. "That's exactly why no one wants it," he said. "They only see the damage, the age, but I see the size, the potential. A ship like that could be powerful again." Daniel frowned. "You're crazy. That thing is old. Look at the hull. It's falling apart. Even if you buy it, it will take months to fix it, maybe years. And who knows if the engines even work?" Ethan ignored him and walked to the bidding terminal. His hands hovered over the controls. He knew he had very few credits, not enough to compete with the wealthy alien traders for the newer ships. But this one, the Forgotten Cruiser, was different. If he could get it for cheap, the risks might be worth it. The auctioneer, a tall alien with blue scales and 4 eyes, called out the next bid. "Starting bid, 5 credits." The number was small, almost laughable compared to the prices of other ships. Ethan's heart raced. He pressed the bid button. "I'll start at 7, he said, trying to sound confident. The alien raised an eyebrow. No one else bid. Silence stretched across the hall. Ethan's pulse quickened. Could it be that simple? Could no one else want this ship? 7 credits, going once, going twice. The alien's voice boomed across the hall. Ethan held his breath. "Sold!" Ethan felt a surge of excitement. He had done it. Against every expectation, the huge, abandoned cruiser was his. Lily looked at him, wide-eyed. "You really bought it?" she whispered. Ethan nodded. "It's ours. Let's get on board." They moved quickly through the docking bay. The cruiser was enormous up close, much larger than Ethan had imagined. The boarding ramp was heavy and creaked under their weight. As they stepped inside, the smell of old machinery and rust filled the air. The lights inside were dim, casting long shadows along the walls. "This place is a ghost ship," Daniel muttered. He shivered and looked around nervously. Ethan ignored him and moved toward the bridge. The main control room was vast but empty. Panels hung loose from the walls, and many of the screens were dark. Dust covered every surface. Yet beneath the decay, Ethan could see signs of incredible engineering. The consoles were unlike any human technology he had seen. The ship had been built for power, speed, and endurance. He touched a panel with his gloved hand. A faint hum vibrated under his fingers. The ship reacted. The lights flickered, and a soft blue glow appeared along the walls. Lily gasped. "What just happened?" she asked. Ethan's eyes widened. "I think the ship is waking up," a soft voice echoed through the bridge. Systems online, identity confirmed, command authority Ethan Hayes. Ethan froze. The voice was calm, even friendly, but it was clearly artificial. Who are you? He asked. I am Cadden, the voice said. I am the ship's artificial intelligence. My systems have been dormant for centuries. I am now operational under your authority. Lily's jaw dropped. An AI in the ship and it knows your name? Yes, Ethan said, still in shock. He took a deep breath and moved to examine the controls. Cadden, can you run diagnostics? Diagnostics in progress, the AI responded. Many systems are damaged, propulsion is offline, weapons are offline, life support is operational at minimal levels. Hidden compartments detected, unknown alien technology present. Ethan felt a thrill of excitement. Hidden compartments and alien technology, that was exactly what he had hoped for. He looked at Lily. This is more than I imagined. We didn't just buy an old ship. We bought something unique, something powerful. Daniel shook his head. I don't like this. I don't like the way it talks or the way it knows everything. This ship is too alive. Ethan ignored him and moved toward a hidden panel that Cadden had identified. He pressed a sequence of buttons, and a section of the floor slid open. Inside was a small room filled with strange devices, glowing faintly with alien energy. There were consoles that seemed to control things Ethan could not yet understand. Look at this, he said. This ship, it was built for something big, something important. Lily peered over his shoulder. Do you think we should explore it, or leave it alone until we know more? Ethan shook his head. We can't leave it alone. We need to understand what we have. This ship, it could change everything for us, maybe even for humanity. They spent the next hours exploring the cruiser. Cadden guided them through corridors that twisted and turned like a maze. Some rooms were storage areas, filled with parts and equipment. Others seemed to be living quarters, long abandoned but once luxurious. Ethan's mind raced with possibilities. He could repair the ship, restore its engines, and learn to use its weapons. He could find out what the hidden alien technology was meant for. And most importantly, he could uncover why this massive ship had been abandoned, left to rust while the rest of the galaxy moved on. As night fell on the station, Ethan stood on the cruiser's bridge, staring out at the stars. The station was quiet now, the aliens having returned to their own ships. But the ship beneath his feet hummed with potential. It waited for him as if it had chosen him. Tomorrow, Ethan said quietly, we start. We find out what this ship is really meant to do. Lily put a hand on his shoulder. I hope you're ready, Ethan. Once we dig into this, there's no turning back. Ethan nodded. He felt a mix of fear and excitement. He had bought a forgotten ship, a ship no one else wanted. But he knew that in its silence and decay, secrets were waiting, secrets that could change everything he knew about the galaxy. As he turned off the lights and prepared to rest, the hum of the cruiser seemed to pulse in the quiet. It was alive in its own way, holding memories of battles, technology, and civilizations long gone. Ethan felt a shiver of anticipation. Tomorrow, the real adventure would begin. And somewhere deep inside the ship, hidden in the dark corners and sealed compartments, mysteries waited. Mysteries that could rewrite history. Ethan fell asleep that night with the weight of possibility on his shoulders, unaware of the forces that would soon be tracking the cruiser. The galaxy had forgotten this ship, but humans had just remembered it. And that was the beginning of a story no one could have predicted. The next morning, Ethan woke to the low hum of the cruiser's engines. The sound was faint, almost like a heartbeat, but it gave him a strange sense of comfort. Sunlight from the nearby star filtered through the viewport, casting long streaks of gold across the dusty bridge. Lily was already awake, leaning against the control panel and staring at the glowing screens. Morning, Ethan said, rubbing his eyes. How did you sleep? Like I didn't, Lily replied. This ship, it's too quiet, too big. I keep expecting something to jump out at me. Ethan smiled. You're just nervous. Once we start exploring, you'll see this place has more secrets than scares. Daniel emerged from the crew quarters, looking tired and grumbling under his breath. I told you this ship is trouble. I don't care if it has hidden tech or glowing buttons. I don't trust it. Ethan ignored him and turned toward the main console. Cadden's soft blue glow lit the room. Good morning, Ethan, the AI said. All systems operational at minimal levels. Hidden compartments remain sealed. Some alien technology requires further analysis. Ethan leaned closer to the panel. Cadden, can you help us find all the hidden compartments? I don't want to miss anything. Affirmative, the AI replied, Mapping now, I estimate 6 areas of interest. Some may contain data, others may contain machinery or weapons. Lily's eyes widened. 6 hidden compartments. That's unbelievable. Yes, Ethan said, and we're going to find every one of them. They spent the morning walking through the cruiser's long corridors. The walls were lined with old panels, some missing, others showing lights that flickered like tiny stars. The floors creaked under their feet. Each turn revealed more strange technology, some of it glowing faintly, as if alive. Their first discovery was a small lab tucked behind a hidden door in the engine room. Ethan pressed a sequence of buttons, and the panel slid open. Inside were devices he had never seen before. Glowing cylinders, alien tools, and a console covered in symbols that seemed to move when he looked away. "Look at this," Ethan said. "This technology, it's centuries ahead of us. If we can figure out how it works, we could change everything humans know about engineering." Lily peered over his shoulder. "But it's all alien, how do we even start?" Ethan smiled. "We experiment carefully, one step at a time." Daniel muttered from the doorway, "I still don't like this. That lab, it feels like it shouldn't be touched." Ignoring him, Ethan powered up one of the consoles. The screen flickered to life, showing a map of stars Ethan didn't recognize. Lines connected planets and systems in patterns that seemed too precise to be random. "Star maps," Ethan said, excitement growing. "This ship, it traveled across the galaxy, and these lines, they're routes, but not normal ones. These are secret paths probably hidden from most civilizations." Lily leaned closer. "Secret paths, you mean like shortcuts?" "Shortcuts, yes," Ethan said. "Or maybe escape routes, hidden trade routes, or even battle plans." "Whoever built this ship didn't want anyone to follow it easily." Cadden's voice interrupted them. "Analysis complete. The star maps indicate previous military operations and strategic locations. Some of these locations no longer exist as inhabited systems." Ethan froze. "Military operations?" "Yes," Cadden replied. "This ship was part of a fleet that enforced or defended critical points in the galaxy. Its records suggest involvement in events that shaped civilizations." Lily's eyes widened. "You're saying this ship, it was important?" "Yes," Ethan said. "And now it's ours. That means humans have a chance to understand things no one else has seen in centuries." As they explored further, Ethan found a room with alien weapons, sealed behind a panel with glowing symbols. The weapons were small and strange, not like anything humans had. They shimmered with energy, floating in midair inside containment fields. "Are these guns?" Daniel asked nervously. "Something like that," Ethan said. "But more advanced. I don't know how they work yet." "Cadden, can you analyze them?" "Analysis complete. Weapons designed for both defense and offense. Energy type unknown. Activation requires trained operator." Ethan nodded. "We'll figure it out slowly, carefully." As they continued through the ship, they reached a massive chamber at the center. It was dark, with only faint blue light coming from the walls. Ethan felt a strange chill as he stepped inside. The floor had symbols etched into the metal, and a large console stood at the far end, sealed with alien locks. Cadden spoke. "This chamber contains the ship's primary archive. Data stored here includes star maps, battle records, and other alien knowledge. Unlocking requires verification of command authority." Ethan approached the console. "That's me. Open it." The console hummed and lights danced across the surface. Panels shifted, revealing a hidden interface. Ethan could feel the weight of history pressing down on him. He had no idea what secrets lay inside, but he knew they were important. He began scanning the records. Alien symbols translated slowly, revealing information about battles long ago, fleets that had moved in secret, and technologies humans had never imagined. This is incredible," Ethan said, astonished. "These records, they could teach humans things we never dreamed of. History, technology, even strategy. Everything we know about the galaxy might be just a fraction of the truth." Lily looked at him, wide-eyed. "You really think humans could use this?" "Yes," Ethan said. "If we're careful, if we learn without making mistakes, this ship, it's a chance. A chance to prove that humans can rise in a galaxy that often ignores them." But as they explored, a warning from Cadden broke the quiet. "Alert, unidentified ships detected. Approaching, unknown alien origin." Ethan stiffened. "Already, who could be coming?" "They may be tracking the cruiser," Cadden said. "Your ownership of this ship has likely triggered alerts in civilizations aware of its presence." Lily's face went pale. "We didn't even leave the station yet, and they're already here?" Ethan nodded. We need to move quickly. This ship may be dormant, but it's still powerful, and if anyone tries to take it from us, we need to be ready, Daniel groaned. I told you. This was a bad idea. Ignoring him, Ethan ran to the bridge. He activated the engines. The ship shuddered as power flowed through systems that had been silent for centuries. The old engines sparked and groaned, but slowly they began to respond. Cadden spoke calmly. Engines operational at 50%, shields offline, weapons offline, navigation functional at minimal capacity. Ethan nodded. It's enough. We just need to get off this station and find a safe place to repair and learn. No point in fighting yet. Lily moved to her station. I can pilot. Let's go before they realize what we have. The cruiser slowly lifted from the docking bay. Lights from the station reflected off its hull as it moved into open space. Ethan watched the stars rush past the viewport. The galaxy suddenly felt bigger and more dangerous. Cadden's voice cut through his thoughts. Warning, multiple fleets detected within sensor range, unknown intent, recommendation, evasive maneuvers. Ethan clenched his fists. Evasive maneuvers, show me what this ship can do. He learned quickly that the cruiser, though old, had capabilities humans had never imagined. Its engines allowed short bursts of speed that made it hard for other ships to target. Hidden compartments released energy shields that protected them from attacks. And strange alien sensors let them detect enemies long before they arrived. Hours passed as they navigated through the sector, avoiding patrols and ambushes. The crew worked together, slowly learning the ship's secrets. Lily's piloting skills and Daniel's mechanical knowledge became essential, but it was Ethan's curiosity and ingenuity that unlocked the true potential of the cruiser. By nightfall, they found a safe asteroid field to hide in. Ethan turned to his crew. Today was just the beginning. We found the compartments, we saw the technology, and we survived our first threats. But the real work starts now. Lily nodded, exhausted but determined. We have a lot to learn. This ship, it's alive in its own way. And it seems to trust you, Ethan. Ethan smiled. It chose us, that's why we're here, and I promise we'll uncover every secret it holds. Cadden's voice was calm as ever. Recommendation, rest. Tomorrow we begin analyzing the primary archive in full. Potential data of historical significance detected. Ethan looked out at the stars, feeling a mix of excitement and fear. The cruiser was more than just a ship. It was a key to the past, a challenge in the present, and a hope for the future. Humans had claimed it when no one else wanted it, and already it was showing them the vast possibilities ahead. Daniel groaned again. I still don't like it. Ethan laughed softly. None of us can predict what's coming, but we can face it together. And maybe, just maybe, we can show the galaxy what humans are really capable of. And with that, the crew settled in for the night, unaware of the dangers and discoveries waiting just beyond the stars. The cruiser hummed softly, as if acknowledging that its secrets were finally in the hands of someone who might understand. The next morning, Ethan woke to the soft hum of the cruiser. Outside, stars glittered against the blackness of space. The asteroid field around them offered good cover, but Ethan knew it would not be enough for long. Cadden's sensors had detected alien ships patrolling nearby, looking for any unusual energy signatures. Ethan, Cadden said in its calm, even voice, several fleets are searching for this cruiser. Your presence has been noted. Recommendation, move to a safer system while continuing exploration of ship systems. Ethan rubbed his eyes. We don't have time to hide forever. We need to learn what this ship can do before someone else takes an interest. Lily Harper, leaning over her console, looked worried. I don't like this. Those fleets, they're fast and heavily armed. Even with the cruiser's defenses, I don't think we can outrun them for long. Ethan nodded. Then we fight smart, not head-on, but with intelligence. Humans have always done more with less. We'll use that advantage now, Daniel groaned. I told you this was trouble. I told you buying this ship would get us killed. Ignoring him, Ethan moved to the main console. He activated the ship's hidden sensors and weapon systems. Some panels flickered to life, revealing energy fields and unknown weaponry. Cadden, show me all the hidden compartments that contain weapons. Affirmative, Cadden replied. 4 compartments identified. One contains energy-based projectile weapons. Another contains defensive energy shields. The remaining 2 contain experimental devices. Operation requires human command input and calibration. Ethan's pulse quickened. Good. We'll start with the shields and weapons first. If we can understand these, we might be able to defend ourselves. The crew worked together. Lily piloted the cruiser through tight maneuvers among the asteroids while Ethan and Daniel explored the hidden compartments. The weapon systems were unlike anything they had seen. Small, glowing devices floated inside containment fields. Ethan carefully activated them, guided by Cadden's instructions. The weapons hummed to life, responding to his touch. "These aren't normal weapons," Ethan said. "They're energy-based, but the design, it's precise. Whoever built this cruiser didn't want waste. Every shot is calculated for maximum effect." Lily looked impressed. "Then we have a chance even against larger fleets." Daniel frowned. "Chance is not enough. Those alien ships could tear us apart before we even fire a shot." Ethan smiled. "Then we use our brains, watch and learn." They spent the next few hours learning how to control the cruiser. Cadden guided them, showing them shortcuts in the system, hidden power reserves, and energy redistribution methods that allowed the ship to move faster and more efficiently. The cruiser, though old, responded to human ingenuity in ways that surprised even Ethan. By midday, Ethan had unlocked another compartment. Inside was a strange device with glowing circuits and moving parts. Cadden identified it as a temporal navigation module, something that could predict outcomes of battles and suggest strategies. "Temporal navigation?" Lily asked. "You mean it can see the future?" "Not exactly," Ethan said. "But it can simulate events and show us possibilities. We could use it to make smart decisions in fights or even explore history that no one knows about." Daniel muttered, "We're playing with things humans aren't ready for, I just know it." Ethan ignored him. They had little time for doubts. Already sensors showed alien ships approaching from several directions. "Lily," Ethan said, "we need to leave this asteroid field. Follow my instructions. Move slowly, carefully, then accelerate through the gaps. I want them to think we're smaller than we are." Lily's hands moved over the controls. The cruiser weaved between asteroids, using its size and unusual shape to hide its true power. Alien scanners could not get a lock. Ethan guided them through the maneuvers, checking on weapons and shields. Suddenly, one of the alien ships appeared ahead, its weapons pointed at them. Ethan activated the cruiser's energy shields. Blue light expanded from hidden panels, forming a protective barrier around the ship. The alien fired, and a beam hit the shield, bouncing off harmlessly. "Shields are holding," Ethan shouted. "Now the weapons!" He activated the energy projectors from the hidden compartments. Small, precise beams fired from the ship, striking the alien vessel. Sparks and flashes lit the void as the ship rocked under the attack. The aliens quickly realized this cruiser was not ordinary. "Pull back," Ethan ordered. "We're not here to destroy them yet, just to survive." Lily reversed the ship's engines, weaving through the asteroids again. The alien ships followed, but the cruiser's speed and cunning maneuvers kept them out of range. Daniel shook his head. "I can't believe this is working." Ethan smiled. "It works because this ship is amazing and humans are clever. Never forget that." Hours passed as they escaped the immediate threat. The alien ships eventually broke off, unable to catch the cruiser. Ethan let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. "That was close," Lily said, her voice shaking. "Too close." "Yes," Ethan said, "but we survived, and now we know what this ship can do. We can defend ourselves even against stronger enemies if we work together and use our minds." After the fight, Ethan turned back to the main console. He wanted to continue exploring the primary archive. The hidden chamber at the center of the cruiser still contained records he had not yet accessed. Cadden guided them. The primary archive contains critical data. Previous users recorded strategies, battle outcomes, and technological designs. The data may rewrite historical understanding of several civilizations. Ethan felt a shiver. "Rewrite history? That's incredible and dangerous." "Yes," Cadden replied. "The information is sensitive. Unauthorized use could alter current galactic balances." Lily looked uneasy. "Ethan, are you sure we should read it? We don't know what might happen." Ethan nodded slowly. "We have to. We can't ignore this. If humans can learn from it, we can protect ourselves and maybe even help others. But we have to be careful." They entered the archive chamber. Panels shifted, revealing glowing data crystals and holographic interfaces. Ethan activated a crystal, and a projection appeared, showing star systems, fleets, and unknown technologies. Lines connected planets in patterns that suggested hidden alliances and battles humans had never recorded. "This is unbelievable," Ethan said. These civilizations had strategies and weapons humans never dreamed of, and this ship, it saw everything. Lily touched the hologram. It's like a history lesson, but one that could be dangerous if the wrong people learn it. Ethan nodded. Exactly. That's why we have to understand it first. As they studied the data, Cadden highlighted a specific event. Analysis suggests this ship played a role in preventing a galaxy-wide conflict. The exact method is unclear, but its involvement changed the outcome of several major battles. Daniel muttered, "So the ship we bought stopped wars?" "Yes," Ethan said, amazed. "And no one even remembered it. Humans didn't know, but now we do." Suddenly, Cadden's alert system beeped. Incoming vessels detected, highly advanced, likely responding to cruiser's energy signature. Ethan looked at the stars outside the viewport. "More enemies? How many times do we have to fight today?" Lily grimaced. "They're fast." "And they look serious." Ethan smiled, a spark of determination in his eyes. "Then we show them what humans can do. We're not just weak species drifting in space anymore. We can fight, we can survive, and we can learn faster than anyone expects." The alien ships approached, but this time Ethan was ready. The cruiser's hidden weapons, energy shields, and advanced sensors allowed them to maneuver unpredictably. Small energy beams struck alien ships, forcing them to retreat repeatedly. Ethan guided the crew with quick commands, showing how humans could use intelligence and creativity to survive, even against stronger enemies. Hours of maneuvering passed. The alien fleets eventually gave up, unable to overcome the cruiser's unexpected capabilities. Ethan let out a breath, wiping sweat from his forehead. "We did it," Lily said, her voice shaking but proud. "We actually did it," Ethan nodded. "Yes, and now we know the ship's power, not just the weapons or shields, but its intelligence, its design, everything. This ship is alive in its own way, and it's chosen us to unlock its secrets." Daniel surprisingly smiled. "I have to admit, I didn't think humans could pull this off, but maybe we can." Ethan turned to the holographic display. "And we will, but this is just the beginning. There's more history here, more secrets, and we need to uncover them before anyone else does." Cadden spoke calmly. "Recommendation: continue analysis of hidden compartments and primary archive. Alien activity has decreased, but vigilance required." Ethan nodded. "Agreed. Tomorrow, we start with the remaining compartments. Every piece of technology, every record, we learn it all. Humans can't afford to ignore this opportunity." As night fell in the small asteroid field, Ethan and his crew rested. The cruiser's hum filled the silence, a reminder of the power they now commanded. Ethan stared out at the stars, thinking about the history hidden in this ship, the battles it had seen, and the future humans might shape because of it. For the first time, Ethan felt the weight of responsibility, but also the excitement of discovery. The cruiser had chosen him, and together, humans and this forgotten ship could change the galaxy in ways no one imagined. Tomorrow they would begin the work that could rewrite history. Ethan woke early. The stars outside the cruiser sparkled, untouched by the chaos they had faced the day before. The asteroid field around them offered safety for now, but he knew it would not last. The galaxy was vast, and the hidden power of their ship could not stay secret for long. "Morning," Ethan said to Lily, who was already at her station, reviewing navigation charts. "Morning," she replied. "I was thinking the fleets we escaped yesterday, they'll probably come back." "And they'll be stronger this time." Ethan nodded. "Yes, but we're stronger too. We've learned about the ship, its weapons, and its sensors. Today we unlock the final compartments. We find the secrets no one else can touch." Daniel groaned. "I hope your secrets are worth it." "Because if more alien ships show up, I'm not sure I want to fight again." Ethan smiled. "We won't just fight, we'll be smarter than they are," Cadden spoke. "Hidden compartments remaining, too. One contains advanced technology with strategic applications. The other contains sensitive data of historical significance. Recommendation: explore carefully." The crew moved quickly. They started with the technological compartment. Ethan entered the correct sequence, and the panel slid open. Inside were devices that hummed with energy, small machines connected by glowing circuits. Ethan examined them carefully. "These devices, they can manipulate energy on a large scale," he said. "If we understand them, we can defend the cruiser even against fleets larger than ours. And maybe we could help others." Lily looked worried. "Others, you mean humans or aliens?" "Humans," Ethan said. We have to be careful. If we use this power recklessly, we could start wars instead of ending them. But if we use it wisely, we can change things for the better. Daniel muttered, "Wise humans with alien tech sounds like a disaster waiting to happen." Ethan ignored him. The next compartment contained the most important discovery, the primary data archive. Ethan approached the console, and Cadden began decoding the alien data. "Warning," Cadden said, "the information here could alter historical understanding. Unauthorized use could provoke civilizations." Ethan nodded. "We have no choice. We have to know the truth." The holographic display lit up. Stars, planets, and fleets appeared in glowing patterns. Ethan studied them carefully. The records showed secret battles, hidden alliances, and lost civilizations. Humans had only known a small part of galactic history. The cruiser had seen more. "These records, they show how previous civilizations avoided total war," Ethan said. "This ship, it didn't just fight battles, it changed the outcome of history, and now it's up to us." Lily looked over his shoulder. "We could prevent wars before they start, but that's dangerous. What if we make a mistake?" Ethan nodded. "We'll be careful." "But humans can't stay passive anymore. We've learned enough to act wisely," Cadden spoke. "Alert, multiple fleets detected, unknown intent, they are approaching fast. Recommendation, prepare for engagement or evasion." Ethan's heart raced. "We expected this." "It's time to test what we've learned. Lily, take the ship out of the asteroid field. Daniel, prepare the energy devices. I'll manage the strategic systems." The cruiser lifted from the asteroids, engines roaring to life. Alien ships appeared in the distance, scanning for them. The cruiser's shields activated automatically, glowing blue across its hull. The first attack came fast. Energy beams struck the shield, bouncing harmlessly off. Ethan activated the hidden weapons, small beams of energy firing with precision at the alien ships. Several vessels were damaged, forced to retreat. "Keep moving," Ethan shouted. "We're not here to destroy them, just to survive and show our strength." Lily maneuvered the ship skillfully, dodging attacks and weaving through space debris. Daniel monitored the energy devices, adjusting power flows to enhance the shields. Ethan used the temporal navigation module to predict enemy movements and give the crew the best possible actions. Hours passed. The alien ships tried repeatedly to attack, but Ethan's strategy and the ship's hidden capabilities made them ineffective. The cruiser's energy pulses, shields, and advanced sensors gave humans an edge no one expected. Finally, the alien fleet retreated. Ethan let out a long breath. "We did it. They know we're not weak, but they also know we're not reckless. They'll think twice before returning." Lily leaned back in her chair. "That was intense, but we survived." Daniel grinned reluctantly. "I have to admit, humans and this ship, we make a good team." Ethan smiled. "And that's just the beginning. Now that we know the cruiser's secrets, we can use them to explore, to learn, and maybe to help shape the future." He turned back to the archive. Cadden guided them through records of ancient conflicts. The data revealed not only battles, but technologies humans had never seen. Plans for star systems, hidden devices, and strategies that had prevented galactic collapse were all there. "This is knowledge humans can use," Ethan said. "Not to conquer, but to survive and protect. We can prevent mistakes others made. We can help civilizations work together instead of fighting." Lily looked thoughtful. "And the ship chose us for this because we're human." "It trusts us?" "Yes," Ethan said. "We have responsibility. This ship, it's more than just a vessel. It's a chance for humans to prove they belong in the galaxy." Over the next few days, the crew worked tirelessly. They repaired the engines, activated hidden systems, and tested the energy devices. Each discovery showed them the potential of the cruiser. The ship responded to Ethan's commands as if it understood the human desire to use it wisely. Cadden observed quietly. "The crew's understanding of systems has improved dramatically. Human creativity and intuition complement the ship's design." Ethan nodded. "That's why humans can rise in a galaxy that often underestimates them. We combine cleverness with courage, and that gives us an advantage even against stronger forces." One evening, while studying the archive, Ethan discovered a location marked with unusual energy readings. "Cadden, analyze this place." "Analysis complete," Cadden said. "It contains an ancient weapon capable of immense energy release, previously thought lost. Records indicate potential to end conflicts or destroy entire fleets. Location is unclaimed." Lily's eyes widened. "That's dangerous." "We could destroy a civilization if we're not careful." Ethan nodded. Exactly. That's why humans must understand it. If we control it wisely, we can prevent wars, not start them. That's our responsibility now. They plotted a course to the ancient weapon. The cruiser moved smoothly through space, avoiding sensors and patrols. The journey tested their skills and teamwork, but each step strengthened their confidence. Humans were no longer small players. They were becoming key participants in galactic events. When they arrived, they found the weapon hidden on a barren planet, shielded by alien technology. Ethan approached carefully, guided by Cadden and his own instincts. The device was massive, glowing faintly with energy. It pulsed like the heartbeat of the galaxy itself. "This is incredible," Ethan whispered. "We could use this to prevent wars, to protect civilizations if we're smart." Lily looked at him seriously. "We have to be careful. This is too much power for anyone to misuse." Ethan nodded. "And we will. That's what humans can do. We can rise above fear and greed. We can use knowledge for the good of many, not the few." Over the next days, they studied the weapon, learning how to activate its defenses and how to control its energy safely. They also mapped star systems and shared knowledge with trusted human outposts, creating alliances and preparing for a future where humans could lead with wisdom, not force. Cadden's voice broke the quiet one evening. "Warning. Unknown fleet detected approaching the ancient weapon site. Estimated strength, high, intent, unknown." Ethan's heart raced. "We knew this could happen, but we are ready now. The cruiser, the weapon, our knowledge, we can face them." The alien fleet arrived, but this time, humans were prepared. Ethan coordinated the ship, weapon, and strategies with precision. Energy shields glowed, weapons fired with exacting accuracy, and the ancient device projected powerful energy fields that forced the enemy to retreat. When the battle ended, the alien ships were gone and the humans stood victorious. Ethan looked at the stars, feeling the weight of responsibility and the power of knowledge in his hands. "We did it," he said softly. "We survived. We learned. We proved that humans can rise in the galaxy." Lily smiled. "And the ship, it chose the right humans." Ethan nodded. "Yes, this cruiser, its secrets and what we've learned, it's the start of a new chapter. Humans are no longer forgotten. We are participants in history, shaping the future with courage and wisdom." The cruiser hummed around them, a living machine that had waited for the right humans to claim it. Ethan and his crew had unlocked its secrets, faced enemies, and survived. The galaxy had changed, and humans had taken their place among its most capable civilizations. As they set course for home, Ethan looked out at the endless stars. The cruiser was more than just a ship. It was proof that humans could rise above fear, use knowledge wisely, and achieve greatness in a galaxy that had long underestimated them. And the adventure was far from over. A galactic cruiser sat unbought until I claimed it. Its secrets rewrote history.